Your Subaru just hit 60,000 miles and you're taking it in for routine service. You walk out 2 hours later with an $1,800 bill for services you didn't even know existed. Sound familiar? Service centers are getting more creative with how they upsell unnecessary repairs. I've been working on Subarus for over 15 years, and I've seen the tactics evolve. What used to be simple oil changes have turned into aggressive sales opportunities. Today, I'm exposing the newest scams targeting Subaru owners right now. These aren't the old tricks everyone knows about. These are fresh tactics that even experienced car owners are falling for. I'm not here to bash all service centers. Many do honest work, but you need to know how to spot the dishonest ones. Keep watching because knowing these scams could save you thousands this year alone. Let's break down exactly what's happening. Scam number 1. The manufacturer recommended services that don't exist. Service centers love to create maintenance packages that sound official but aren't in your owner's manual. They'll hand you a service menu with items like Subaru Premium Fuel System Service, $299. Factory Recommended Transmission Conditioning, $249. Manufacturer Specified Engine Protection Treatment, $199. Here's the problem. These aren't manufacturer recommendations at all. They're services the shop created to generate revenue. Your owner's manual has a complete maintenance schedule. Everything actually recommended by Subaru is listed there with specific mileage intervals. If a service advisor recommends something not in your manual, ask them to show you where Subaru requires it. Most of the time, they can't. They'll say things like, "This is what we recommend based on our experience." That's fine, but don't confuse shop recommendations with manufacturer requirements. Here's how to protect yourself. Read your owner's manual maintenance schedule before any service visit. Know exactly what services are due at your current mileage. When advisors recommend additional services, ask to see the manufacturer documentation. If they can't produce it, decline the service or get a second opinion. Don't let anyone pressure you with phrases like, "You really should do this," or "Most customers get this done." Scam number 2. The premature cabin air filter replacement. This one's incredibly common because it's an easy upsell. You bring your Subaru in for an oil change. The advisor returns with a filthy air filter and says it needs immediate replacement. What they don't tell you, that filter is from the vehicle they serviced before yours, or they deliberately make your filter look worse than it is. I've seen service writers keep old, disgusting filters specifically to show customers, "See how dirty this is? We need to replace it right away." The reality, your cabin air filter probably has plenty of life left. Here's the truth about cabin air filters. They should be replaced every 15,000 to 20,000 miles under normal conditions. More frequently, if you drive on dusty roads or have allergies. A slightly dirty filter is completely normal and functional. Only severely clogged filters restrict airflow enough to matter. Cabin air filters cost $15 to $25 and take 5 minutes to replace. Service centers charge $50 to $80 for this simple job. My advice: check and replace your cabin air filter yourself. It's usually behind the glove box and requires no tools. YouTube has tutorials for every Subaru model. Buy the filter online or at an auto parts store for half what the dealer charges. If an advisor insists your cabin air filter needs immediate replacement, ask to see it. Inspect it yourself. Don't just take their word for it. Scam number 3. The fake brake fluid contamination test. This scam is newer and particularly sneaky. Service advisors use a brake fluid test strip that supposedly measures moisture content. They dip it in your brake fluid and show you it's changed color. Your brake fluid has absorbed too much moisture and needs to be flushed immediately. Cost? $150 to $200 for a brake fluid flush. Here's what's really happening. Those test strips are often inaccurate or intentionally misread. Some shops use expired strips that always show contamination. Others simply lie about the results to make the sale. Brake fluid does absorb moisture over time, that's true, but it doesn't need flushing every year like some shops claim. The actual recommendation, every 2 to 3 years, or 30,000 to 40,000 miles. Unless you're experiencing actual brake problems, there's no rush. How to protect yourself? Know when your brake fluid was last changed. Keep records of all service performed. If a shop recommends brake fluid service, ask to see the actual test results. Ask what moisture percentage they found and what Subaru considers acceptable. Most shops can't answer these technical questions when pressed. Get a second opinion before agreeing to brake fluid service. Another shop can test the fluid independently. Scam number 4. The nitrogen tire fill upsell. This scam preys on people who don't understand basic physics. After a tire service, the advisor offers to fill your tires with nitrogen instead of regular air. They claim it provides better fuel economy, longer tire life, more consistent tire pressure, reduced oxidation of tire components. Cost: usually $50 to $100 for something that provides minimal benefit. Here's the reality. Regular air is already 78% nitrogen. The difference between air and pure nitrogen is negligible for passenger vehicles. Any benefits are so small they're essentially unmeasurable in real-world driving. NASCAR and Formula One use nitrogen because they need extreme consistency. Your daily driver doesn't operate under those conditions. The best way to maintain proper tire pressure is to check it monthly. Do that with regular air, and you'll get all the benefits without the upcharge. Save your money and just use regular air. Check your tire pressure once a month with a $10 gauge. That's all you need. Scam number 5. The engine carbon cleaning service. Carbon buildup on intake valves is a real issue, especially on direct injection engines. Service centers know this and exploit it aggressively. They'll recommend carbon cleaning services starting at 30,000 miles. We should clean your valves now before carbon causes problems. Cost: $400 to $800 for walnut blasting or chemical cleaning. Here's what they're not telling you. Most Subarus don't need carbon cleaning until 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Earlier cleaning is rarely necessary unless you're experiencing symptoms. The symptoms of carbon buildup are obvious: rough idle, misfires, loss of power, poor fuel economy. If your Subaru runs fine, you don't need carbon cleaning yet. Some shops even recommend carbon cleaning on port injection engines. These engines don't have carbon buildup issues because fuel washes the valves. It's a completely unnecessary service for those models. When you actually need carbon cleaning, wait until you have symptoms or reach 80,000 plus miles. Get quotes from multiple shops. Prices vary dramatically. Ask what method they use. Walnut blasting is most effective. Verify your engine actually needs it through a bore scope inspection. Don't let scare tactics rush you into expensive cleaning you don't need. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Scam number 6. The battery test and replacement racket. This scam targets customers during routine services. While your Subaru is in the shop, they courtesy check your battery. The advisor returns with bad news. Your battery tested weak and could fail soon. They recommend immediate replacement for $200 to $300. But here's the catch. Their test might be misleading or outright false. Battery testing requires specific conditions. The battery must be fully charged. Surface charge must be removed before testing. Load testing must be done at proper temperature. Many quick tests don't follow these procedures. They test a partially discharged battery and declare it weak, or they test it while it's cold, which always shows reduced capacity. Subaru batteries typically last 4 to 6 years. If your battery is less than 4 years old and starting fine, it's probably okay. How to verify a battery actually needs replacement. Ask them to show you the actual test results, not just a printout that says weak. Request voltage and cold cranking amp measurements. Ask when the battery was manufactured. There's a date code on it. Get a second opinion from a parts store. They test batteries for free. If your battery is truly weak, you'll notice hard starting or electrical issues. If everything works fine, your battery is probably fine too. Scam number 7. The coolant color change tactic. Service advisors love to show customers discolored coolant. Your coolant is brown and contaminated. It needs to be flushed immediately. They might even show you a sample bottle of your coolant that looks terrible. Cost: $150 to $250 for a coolant flush. Here's the deception. Coolant naturally darkens over time. That's completely normal. Light brown or amber coolant isn't necessarily bad. Some shops keep old coolant specifically to show customers. That disgusting brown sample isn't from your car. Subaru Super Coolant should be replaced every 5 years or 50,000 miles. Unless you're near that interval, you probably don't need service. The color alone doesn't determine if coolant needs replacement. Testing pH and freeze point are the real indicators. Red flags that indicate an actual scam. They can't tell you when the coolant was last changed. They refuse to test the coolant, just point to color. They pressure you for immediate service on a car that runs fine. They can't show you the coolant reservoir or radiator to verify the sample came from your car. Legitimate coolant concerns involve actual overheating problems, oil contamination in the coolant, rust or sediment visible in the overflow tank, known service interval being exceeded. Scam. Number 8. The transmission flush that causes problems. This is one of the most dangerous scams. High-mileage Subarus with original transmission fluid get targeted. Your transmission fluid is dirty and needs a complete flush. They hook up a machine and force new fluid through the entire system. Cost? $250 to $400 for something that might destroy your transmission. Here's why this is problematic. High-pressure flushes can dislodge debris that then clogs valves. If the transmission has been running well on old fluid, aggressive flushing can cause immediate problems. For CVTs especially, flushing can damage belt and pulley surfaces. The correct service is a simple drain and fill, not a flush. This removes enough old fluid without the risks of high-pressure flushing. I've seen transmissions that ran fine for years fail within weeks after a flush. The shop that sold the flush then sells you a transmission replacement. Coincidence? Not likely. Safe transmission service. Simple drain and fill every 30,000 miles. Use only genuine Subaru CVT fluid or approved equivalent. Avoid high-pressure flush machines entirely. If your transmission works well, don't fix what isn't broken. How to protect yourself. Here's your defense strategy against service center scams. Know your maintenance schedule inside and out. Read your owner's manual before every service visit. Build a relationship with an independent shop you trust. They're often more honest than dealerships because they depend on repeat customers. Get second opinions on expensive recommendations. Never authorize major work on the spot. Keep detailed service records. Document every service with receipts and notes. This prevents duplicate services and helps spot patterns. Ask questions and demand documentation. If they recommend service, ask to see where Subaru requires it. Request to see failed parts or test results. Don't be intimidated by technical jargon or pressure tactics. Learn to do simple maintenance yourself. Oil changes, air filters, and tire pressure checks are easy. The more you do yourself, the less vulnerable you are to upsells. Join Subaru owner forums and communities. Other owners share their experiences with local shops. You'll quickly learn which places to trust and which to avoid. When service centers are worth it. I don't want to paint all service centers as dishonest. Many provide excellent ethical service. There are times when using a service center makes perfect sense. Warranty work must be done at authorized dealers. Complex repairs requiring factory diagnostic tools, recalls, and technical service bulletin. When you lack tools, space, or knowledge for a specific job, the key is knowing when you're getting honest service versus being taken advantage of. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong or too expensive, it probably is. Get second opinions and don't be afraid to walk away. Your Subaru is a reliable vehicle that doesn't need excessive maintenance or expensive repairs. Don't let unscrupulous service centers convince you otherwise. Educate yourself, ask questions, and demand transparency. With these tools, you'll save thousands while keeping your Subaru running strong. The best defense against scams is an informed owner who knows what their car actually needs. Now you have that knowledge, use it wisely. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.